Now, thunderbirds were this enormous bird. They're extinct. They became extinct tens of thousands of years ago in Australia. They were 5 times the weight of an emu and about the same height, about 2 meters high. They were massive birds. They would have been birds that would have terrorized people. But they were flightless and they had huge eggs. And when Aboriginal people first arrived in Australia, these thunderbirds were very common. 55,000 years ago, these birds were everywhere. Within a short space of time, they all became extinct. Now, it's been a point of controversy for many years as to whether or not the birds became extinct because of natural causes, they became extinct because of climate change, or whether Aboriginal people who arrived on the continent had some hand in the extinction of these birds. In other parts of the world, in New Zealand with the giant birds there, the moa, and in North America with their megafauna, it's clear that the first people, when they arrived in those continent of North America and New Zealand, they had a very big hand in wiping out those animals. They were easy to catch, easy to kill, and they provided a huge amount of food. The question has been, did the thunderbirds in Australia get the same fate when Aboriginal people first arrived in Australia? And the evidence has been unclear. There's never been found any mass slaughter sites of these birds. There hasn't been found sites where clearly the birds were butchered in any sort of way. But there have been found burnt eggs. Now, some people have claimed that this demonstrates that Aboriginal people were eating the eggs. Others say it was natural fires. DNA testing hasn't helped us. So this controversy's gone on for some time. But a recent piece of research done in South Australia using protein from some of these ancient eggs illustrates that, in fact, the burnt eggs that have been found in kitchen-type stoves were, in fact, the eggs of these giant thunderbirds. And, in fact, Aboriginal people probably did eat the eggs in large numbers. And so it is possible now that we can say that Aboriginal people had a hand in the extinction of these birds, as many of the megafauna, or all of the megafauna in Australia disappeared at about the same time. I'm sure there will still be controversy about this, but this is another piece of information about what caused the demise of the thunderbirds in Australia.